for the job, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anya Pedersen. If you don't know who I am, I'm just a girl that likes to make videos about running through pregnancy. And today I have the beautiful Janet Mundell on. We're going to talk about, her journey through pregnancy, running. She has an amazing running resume. She went to Luther College in Iowa. She competed in cross country and in the NCAA division and is a four-time all-conference performer from 2005 to 2008. And made the team in 2006 and 2007. Janet was named Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Most Valuable Performer in 2006 and 2007. And this is amazing, recognized on the national level as an All-American in cross country from 2007 to 2009. And in track and field in 2007, she finished runner-up for the national championship in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. She's just amazing. The first time I met Janet, I saw Janet. We both jumped into a local 10K here in our little town of Wenatchee, and she took off. Obviously just blew everybody out of the water, came in first place overall, but this 10K is an out and back, and so when she was coming back and I was still going out, she just smiling and having just an amazing time. And I thought, okay, when I finish, I have to find her and meet her. I need to meet this woman. She is amazing. But it's so funny, when I came across that finish line, couldn't find her anywhere. She was probably already home, took a nap, had lunch by the time I came across. But anyways, got connected through another runner friend, and there's a whole other funny story on how that came to be, but we were connected, and she's just been an amazing friend, just been such a light. Love just getting to run with her, have learned so much about her, and even though we're in the same town, we are obviously in quarantine life, and we are video chatting and reconnecting, but social distancing. So anyways, yeah, you're amazing. Did I get everything?
What an introduction. Oh my goodness. It's been such an honor. I just moved to Wenatchee. Oh gosh, it's been 8 months, maybe in July. Let's see. And I must have met maybe a week or two after I moved here, and I just knew, okay, life is going to be okay. I have a trail runner friend. I have a budding running community. It's all gonna be okay, and it's just been so amazing to have you and a few other wonderful ladies in our running community here, just to share life with.
Yeah.
Not just running.
And for me, I feel like it's been such a great, my way of connecting with people is through running. And so to have that community of this super, super woman group to get to train with, I feel like it's just made all the difference in the world, being new to this town as well. But I love getting to know you, Janet. And you're also an amazing mom of 2 littles.
Yes.
Which is, she's just a superhuman, super mama. And we'll get more into that, but I'm curious how you got into running.
Oh gosh. Started running for fun. Just when my dad and my mom are both athletes and lovers of any movements outdoors, and so just grew up doing lots of sports, and followed in my big sister's footsteps. She is an amazing runner, and just kind of started at kind of an early age, just doing fun road races, and then things got, I think, had a pretty intense, competitive high school program, and that's when I really got into track and cross country. And then when I was choosing colleges, I looked at different running programs and decided I wanted to go the Division III route. And it was just such a wonderful atmosphere to be a part of. Just had an incredible coaches who just had a great philosophy on running and life, and just helped me to continue, to make running a priority. And it's now I'm just kind of like a daily runner for my soul. But yeah, and I still am eager to be competitive and have been in and out of injuries, and I'm actually kind of in the midst of working through an injury right now. But still, like, I'm so grateful for my running community and just moving outside. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
Yeah. Well, I love it. Yeah, and as far as like, yeah, I mean, going from like all this, your big running resume, and then making that switch to becoming a mama, to becoming a wife, and growing your family. What was that transition like?
Oh gosh, like in the world of running, like how it relates to running.
Yeah, running, and even for you personally, like it's a huge mental shift.
Absolutely.
Because you're now putting running kind of on the back burner a little bit, but it's still there.
Right. Yeah, that's a really great question. My husband I met in college on the track and cross country team. So he is my favorite running buddy, and we don't get to run as much anymore together, but it's I think he's run every day for the last, I can't remember if it's 8 years or 9 years, so he definitely is not as injury prone as I am. But just having that partnership, somebody who shares that passion and love has just made it easier and more joyful to continue making that a priority. And then with kids, it's a whole new world. I mean, that transition as far as the changes my body has gone through, but running has just kept me centered and grounded through all those big changes, and honestly has brought me even more joy. Didn't think I could love running more, but since I've had kids, it's just been that much. I've just been more grateful whenever I am able to do it.
And that's and that's what I'm super excited about, being in this season of pregnancy. But that's something that I hear from a lot of other mother runners, is that just that shift of like going from where running was their center, and then becoming a mother, growing a family. It's like running is still amazing, but it almost gets like the quality of running shifts to almost better, because I mean, you're not putting so much energy into it. So it's almost like your love changes for it, but it's like, but the quality is almost better. I don't know if I'm saying.
Yes, I absolutely. It's the quality. Whenever I get at the door, I think it's just, I can describe it. It's just more
like
joyful.
It's more special,
just more special, and even I've been telling Anya, like, even I remember through pregnancy, I remember as my body changed, as I went from running 6-something minute miles to 15-minute miles at the end. I just loved that special time I could run, and I would talk with, my little, whatever I was calling the little child at that time. And I just love that time I was able to spend without the kid screaming at me. And then,
I have control over you. And that leads to, like, what was your experience running through pregnancy? Did you have any expectations going into it, or did you just kind of let it just each day go as as is?
Yeah. I didn't know, no one knows really exactly what to expect, but just being a really active person like you, I wanted to continue to be active, and I just kind of, had to listen to my body a lot more, and I thankfully both pregnancies for my son and daughter, I was able to run throughout, aside from a little back injury I had when I was pregnant with my daughter, but I was able to run through and up until the end. Honestly, I tried to run those little munchkins out at the very end. They were both almost 2 weeks past due date, and I can recall running around the block, and and thankful that I still could. So I was able to, thankfully, didn't have any complications, major health issues, and I was able to run throughout. And I don't think I ran any. I'm trying to think if I ran any races. I don't think I ran any like official races, but would still run, just not quite as intense or quite as many miles. So
yeah, and that's something like I feel like gleaned from you. Like you have such a different attitude, I found, towards competition. It's like, I mean, you're always smiling when you're running, and I love that. It's just so like, oh, I just want to like soak that in. And so like your idea of competition, I mean, when you are a gritty person, and when you race, you just go all out, and you are amazing, and you like find where your limit is. But at the same time, you have such a joy, and you enjoy those moments. And so hearing like your story running through pregnancy, it's like, it's not a time to be competitive. It's a time to enjoy like this season, and it's a short season, really, into the scheme of things. But that you were able to just, it's like, we're putting the two aside, and they're both wonderful, enjoyable journeys. But I think a lot of times, like, and this is something that I'm struggling with. My competitive side, it's like now that that's all been halted, I think I'm finding like a lot of my identity was linked to like Anya as a runner, and it's like, well, I'm not really doing that right now, and it's a really humbling time, but it's also really nice to just step back and remember that it's not, Anya is a runner. It's just Anya is Anya, and she's pregnant right now, and like you're saying, like running is just, it's a different kind of joy, and like some days are fast, some days are slow. Most of them are slow, but it's just getting out, and it's a different feeling and vibe getting to run with a growing human inside of you.
Oh, for sure. Yes. I mean, what you said about shift in identity is like, I mean, that is the whole motherhood thing is like a complete, like, it's just kind of a glimpse into what, or at least I felt with motherhood is that shift in identity, and holding on to what is so important to you and what makes you, and sharing that with your kids, and that has been so joyful, especially as they grow older, but also, you've your routine and life is just completely different. So I mean, could talk for hours about that, the good, the bad, and the ugly with that identity shift there.
Right. And I think as runners, especially the sport, like as a runner, like you invest so much time into this sport. Like it's not to be a really good athlete, it's not an hour a day. I mean, your whole life is running, and so to have that taken away in a good way, but it is a little bit jarring, but good. Something that I think all runners need to go through.
Yes, I guess. We can be really neurotic creatures. My husband and I always say. And it's a little good medicine just to take a step back. But yeah.
So yeah, if you were to look back on past Janet, or as you were going through pregnancy, either time, or both times, or one of the times, is there anything that you would have done differently as far as running through pregnancy?
Goodness, it's a good question. I don't know. I honestly felt that was the least. I think almost a weight was lifted off my shoulder as far as like the just intensity, and that was obviously a good thing for my health, just being pregnant, and also just kind of a shift. I don't think so. I don't think I felt like I didn't push too hard. I think maybe because I knew that I was, had another human to worry about. Oftentimes I do tend to push too hard, and that gets me injured. But I don't think I honestly would change too much about my pregnancy. Maybe just taking it easy, and not worrying about like missing days, or I don't think there's a whole lot I probably would change. It probably was a good break in intensity for me, and I just had some others. I had a full-time job and other things that were going on that I don't think I focused like too much on running a ton at that point.
Kind of just go as is, and one foot in front of the other, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were kind of going into it kind of in the beginning, but as far as future goals, where do you see yourself as a runner down the road?
I have just been so inspired by so many different things lately. One, just the new landscape that I've moved to is, I think the first run we did together was Sage Hills Trail. We did a lollipop loop, and it was dreamy. And that's the trail that I live by, and I'm able to hike or run every day since it just opened again.
Yes.
And I think that has really inspired me, and my new running buddies have just been so amazing to share runs and miles, and just even through my recent injury, just keeping tabs on each other and checking in. I guess I don't have any specific goals, but I ran a half marathon in October, and that was kind of the first race I've done in a long time.
It was so inspiring.
First longer race, and it was that kind of has re-inspired me, as well as just the incredible community overall in this whole country that's been just getting after it, and and especially in the marathon realm of things, that has just been so incredibly inspiring. And I just hope I can get back to racing soon. And I don't have anything on the calendar, just because I'm dealing with this IT band issue. But I hope that soon. But just getting after it, and getting back on the trails, and and improving. I've just been re-inspired the last 6 months. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's not like we have all the races have been canceled for, it seems like, a hot minute.
Exactly.
But I still think, like, Mallory and I we're just so inspired by how, like, just your performance in the Leavenworth half, which was a really, really tough course, and the fact that you just killed it. And I mean, there's about 10 kilometers of that race that I would consider really sandy and hilly. Like, it's trail, there's single track, and you were still running under a 6-minute mile pace, dominating even the male field, and it just was super inspiring. I mean, both her and I thought, like, if this was a road race, you would have cut off at least a few minutes. And, like, we could totally see you going in for the trials next, maybe for the next round to qualify in the half. And maybe we'll have an extra year since the Olympics were moved to 2021.
So crazy. Yes. You have just, honestly, I've been, you and Mallory and Jane and all my runner friends have really encouraged me to, like, why don't you go after it, and have just given me extra confidence. So I'm so grateful for that. Sometimes it takes some people to kind of egg you on and kind of get your rear into gear. That stuff. So yeah.
There's just so much inspiration being passed around.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So has any, like, being a mother runner, has it ever gotten to the point of being really challenging trying to balance the two worlds? Or you feel like it's, I mean, you have such your whole family's active, your kiddos are inspired, your husband is also a runner, so I'm assuming it probably flowed into it, but did you ever find, like, it's just too challenging? Obviously, like, kids come first here. How did you balance the two?
Oh my goodness! Again, a conversation that could go on for hours and hours. The challenge, just the reorganizing of when you can make that running time, or whatever happened through the day it's just it's more of a juggle, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely have to be a little more creative about when I do get, like, activity or runs in, as far as, like, early in the morning, or nap time, or waiting for I don't know, just fitting it in is definitely been a challenge, but I feel like we have a rhythm now, and I've honestly, like I said, I look forward to running so much, just because it's that kind of me
mm-hmm.
time, and then also just I run a lot more, like, early in the morning, and that's just been really special too, and just kind of a great way to set the tone for the day,
mm-hmm.
and I just feel like I'm a lot better mom when I do that.
Well, exactly.
I think a lot of runners would probably agree. But yeah, I utilized great strollers early on. My kids are now almost 2 and 3.5, so they just want to be free and move, which is great. So
mm-hmm.
we're not stroller people anymore, which is just fine. And so we just kind of get in the run whenever, between, mm-hmm. I guess having a husband that runs too is a little tricky, because, we both want the same thing. We both want to get out the door, but we make it work, and it's something we're lucky to be able to do. And I think at the end of the day, we recognize that, even if we get a little jealous if somebody gets an extra hour of running in or something. But
right. Yeah. And with all of that said, like, do you have any advice to give to other mother runners or new moms, pregnant moms?
Yes. Oh still like know that you can keep running as one of your centers, and you need those things to keep you going and to be a good mom. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like I think some people are fearful of starting a family. I remember that crossing my mind, like how am I gonna juggle all these things, and just how my identity is gonna change. But you make it work if it's a priority, just like anything. So just I don't know. And as far as like actually having kids, I think, it's just been great to see. I mean, my kids know that we love to run, and that's an important part of who we are, and pushing ourselves, and not just running, but just working hard. Like we just actually went for a hike up our driveway. We live up in the foothills, like straight up the switchback driveway, and actually my 3-year-old daughter hiked up the driveway for the first time today, and she was just so proud. I was so proud of her. She runs down, but the hiking up part that's hard. And we were talking about
tough hill.
There was a lot of coaching going on, to make it up, and just talking about, we work hard. We have to work hard, and just like, and you and Daddy run up this hill. And she tried running up, and
they're probably super inspired, and
just getting to show, or teach your kids like hard work in so many different ways. But running is just another way to teach. I think just good stuff in life. So.
Well, I loved your story that you were telling me last week. It's like, where's Gabby? And then you find out that she had ran all the way down your long, and it's a half a mile, probably about a half a mile, would you say, to the bottom. And she was like, I'm gonna be like Mom. I'm gonna go on my run.
Yes, it has been a little scary. It's been a little scary because as much as I want to let her go, it's there's some big drop-offs, and she was just gleeful. I mean, the little thing was just so proud, and just ran down with her puppy dog, and I felt like a bad mom that like left her 2 minutes. She's getting just more independent now, but it's just so fun. I mean, it's just like the biggest joy seeing the kids getting independent, sometimes scary. But they just have such a natural love for movement outside. It's just amazing, and that has just re-inspired me. Even if it's a little trickier to get runs in, that has really made me just like seeing running and just moving outside through the eyes of a kid is like the best.
Well, I feel like as parents who are so active and then watching their kids kind of follow suit, which sounds like that classic tiger mom, like I want to live vicariously through my kids, but I can definitely see like someday, like when my son is up and moving around, even just chasing the dog in the backyard when he's first learning to run, or climbing trees. It's just like that feeling of like, he's moving, he's doing what I love to do. And
there's nothing like it. Just to have like a healthy, so grateful they're healthy and are able to move how they want to move, and you're gonna love it, Anya. You are just gonna dig it. It's such a
we're so excited.
Yes.
Well, Janet, is there anything else you want to add, or anything else more about you?
Gosh, I don't think so. Thank you. It was so nice to talk about some of this. Actually, it just makes me it makes me think about like just how lucky I am to be able to even when I can't run these days as much, how grateful I am for community, for you, Anya, and my buddies here, and just like my journey in like running, and then just as a mom, and just like if you're a mom, like you're doing awesome. Like I think moms need to be told that. Like we don't tell each other enough, but yeah, you like being pregnant and growing that human being inside of you is it's not easy, and also just to keep positive, like everyone is trying to do these days.
Right.
Just put more inside. But yeah, getting out the door and I don't know. I just thanks for letting me think about that.
Perfect.
It's nice to it's just nice to talk it through sometimes.
Yeah, and it's inspiring for others to hear this too, because everybody's stories are different, but it's so easy to want to compare each other, and it's like, why am I feeling this way? Why is this person able to do it this way? But everybody's journey is so different, and it's just beautiful to hear everybody's own individual and unique stories.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're gonna have one heck of a great story with your son on dog sleds and pulling him behind while you're running, and it's just gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to share some runs with you and him, and just see your journey as a mom unfold. It'll be awesome.
It'll be a great new adventure.
Yes.
Well, yay! Well, thank you so much for doing this, Janet. I'm so excited. Everybody who's watching this, listening to this, keep an eye out on this girl. She is amazing. I'm excited to see what she's going to do in whatever the future holds as far as racing goes, but she's got so much left in her. I'm so excited. I'm so inspired by all that she does, and yeah. Anyways,
thanks so much, Anya. Thanks for having me.
So great talking with you.